Hi guys, welcome back to the next episode of the SamDjanShow. Today we're looking at the rise of Samsung, so let's get into it. Welcome back to the next episode of the SamDjanShow. We talk about pop culture. Today we talk about rise of Samsung. Before I do, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell right over. So I done the rise of PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. I did the rise and fall of Apple last week. Today we're doing rise of Samsung, so let's get into it. And so yeah, before I do, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell right over. So today we're doing the rise of Samsung, and so let's get into it. So obviously we have the S3, the S23. Now, when it comes to, there's plenty of Samsung, but I think the most popular one is the S23. Now, I currently have an S22. Technically, this is my second one because I had one that got is stolen, and I got another one. I do have an S23. I still think it's good. I've had it for I think a couple months, and I think it's still good. I think when it comes to phones, I prefer Samsung over than iPhone because I think like it's Android and like it can work better, and it's just easy to learn. Whereas Apple is just iOS, and it's just so Samsung is great. I didn't. I know. I was planning. I was thinking about getting S23, but I didn't get the same phone. But yeah, S23. There'll probably be an S24, and I'll probably get that. But yeah, so you got S23, then the 23 Plus, and the Ultra. My dad actually has an S23 Ultra, the one that comes with the pen. And I honestly think it'll be pretty much the same as the S22. I just feel like the design is different. But yeah, I think the phones. I think when it comes to phones, I think Samsung the phones are just more easier, and I think Android is just easier than iOS, to be honest. And so then we have the cameras. So only Samsung do. I think I had one Samsung camera, digital camera. I think my dad has one. I don't know. The camera. When it comes to cameras, I honestly think Sony are the best when it comes to cameras. But I think Samsung are pretty good. But I think Sony. I currently have a Sony camera, and I think Samsung they do all kind of cameras. So if you like cameras, then yeah, I currently have a Sony one which does 1080p, and so yeah. Now we have speakers. Now I don't have a speaker. I think this is the speaker I think you can use for computer, and then this is a soundbar that you put on the TV. I don't have a soundbar, but yes, they also have that. They also have the Tab A8. I don't have that. The reason why I don't really want a Samsung tablet is I feel like I already have an S22, so I thought I don't need it. If I was to get a tablet, I'd rather get an iPad because I feel like I like iPad. I don't like iPhones. I think I will get iPad because it has Apple TV on it, and I know you can't get that on the Samsung. But yeah, the Tab A, the A8, I think that's the newest one. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, I already have a 23, so I don't think I need one. I would get an iPad to be honest, because I honestly prefer iPad over an iPhone to be honest. But I think the Tab's very good. And then you have the TV. You know, I think I have a Samsung TV. I think it's 50 something inch. I think Samsung are the best one of TVs. I remember I had an LG TV, which it kept going, it kept shutting off, and then I got a Samsung TV. I currently have that TV. I still think I've had it for I think over a year, and I think it still works. And it's the TV. This is one of the TVs, but yeah. Then we have the Samsung Watch, which is a digital watch. It's just like the Apple Watch. No, I don't. I'm not interested in the watches to be honest, in the Apple one or the Samsung one. But that's there. And then I also have a laptop, which I don't have a Samsung. I have a HP. I've always had the HP laptops. I think they're fine. Now there is Samsung ones. I think these like an expensive one. It's like it costs the same as a MacBook Pro. But yeah, that's also there. And yeah, we also have this is another watch by the way. I have two watches, but yeah, and then finally have the monitor, which I do have a monitor. This one is a bit bigger than my one. I think mine's a 28-inch one. I currently have that monitor and I'm still using it, and I still think it's a pretty good monitor. It's a 4K monitor, and so yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the rise of Samsung. I still think Samsung is doing well. And I like Samsung to be honest. I think their phones, when it comes to phones technology, I think they're probably one of the best ones. So, guys, so much for my videos. For my next one. Bye.